Namaste, Your Royal Majesties, and welcome to Soul Horoscope Superscope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I'm your sensei to serious joy, and that's my new life purpose, to stand in my heart and just stand for my own personal joy. And that brings me to sharing with you. I actually have a Leo rising. Don't know if you know that, which means I consider myself a Leo. If you notice, my mane is always changing. Leos are always having a hair change. By the way, a lot of people have written me and asked me what's going on with the hair. The answer is, I don't know. But I will know probably this summer because Jupiter is moving into Leo, and I say we as in Leo risings and also Leos, are going through a deep subconscious stirring right now. What's happening is a change of belief, very powerful. And because of the way Leos and Leo risings kind of rule, belief is extremely important to your overall strength in life, Aries energy. But let's take a step back and step into what step you are. Step one. Step one is I love. That's your job on earth, is to love yourself and then love others. That's an order in which things must be done. And that might be part of the new belief change that's going on. That's been part of my new belief change. By the way, thanks for your patience. I've been away for almost a month. That's because I've been under reconstruction as a Leo rising, I think more than I was as a Taurus. When the sun went through Pisces, Leos and Leo risings really changing where they trust, really changing where your comfort zones were in Pisces, right? Now that the sun is in Aries, a profound leap in your belief structure. This may be a profound leap in your knowledge. It will lead to a change in knowledge. But belief is really heartfelt facts. So at the end of the day, Leos often end up living for other people's belief because they love to love, right? But you have to really only live for the beliefs that your heart believes in, which means you ask your heart and it tells you, right? Do you believe you're going to always be in this job? No, you don't believe that. So you live by that, by what your heart says. I think that's the profound change that's going on, but it's not an overnight change because of the nature of this. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Grand cross. Grand square is what I call it. Grand pain in the ass is what it really is. And what it's doing is holding up traffic everywhere. But this is such a profound change in direction. This is the change of wind, in my opinion, in Aries, that will lead to a successful, joyful Jupiter in Leo or a painful one at first. When Jupiter hits Leo, your ego is going to step into a new power. Everything will get fertilized when Jupiter hits Leo. Everything will grow, even the wrong things. So this is the opportunity to point the ship in the right direction. And a lot of it has to do with Uranus, in my opinion, which is what I report on in the Megascopes. Uranus in Aries has been working on you to change what you believe in or to stand by your heart's beliefs since beginning in 2010. The first breakdown, which means the universe would have pulled the rug out from under you if you weren't on your belief path, was June 2011. And as you can see, it's not until now, April in 2014, that the Leos and Leo risings are really beginning to head on a life course of what they believe. Now, this is your life purpose, to live by what you believe. And a Leo, oftentimes, when they're out kind of like, ruffling their feathers and showing off, what keeps you strong in that improv moment is the fact that you have such solid Aries beliefs at the core, that you live true to that regardless, no matter what, unless you're not living 100% true to your heart. And that's what a lot of the conflict and friction is on the Uranus end. But on the flip side of this is Mars in Libra. And Mars in Libra is, Mars is our aggressive attitude. It is saying to Leos and Leo risings, you got to reprogram your thinking. The thinking is not working. The way you process, the way you talk to yourself, the dialogue inside your mind. This is also like in my case, I'm reinventing myself as a messenger. I'm changing my message, all reflection, I believe, of the Mars retrograde. So a lot of times your own thinking is running old scripts, and that's keeping you from following your heart. Sometimes you're not aiming directly for your heart. It's a back and forth tug of war with these two. And frankly, Mars will not go direct till May 20th, 21st, which means the new thinking will not be fully in place until then. Now, going back to the Grand Cross, another opposition is Pluto versus Jupiter. Pluto is focusing on Leos and Leo risings changing their lifestyle, the way you live in the moment, all right? Now, Pluto is going to retrograde on April 15th, which is also a big lunar eclipse punch in the head for Leos and Leo risings. More on that later. But at the moment, you have another couple weeks of changing your lifestyle, and then you're going to get a little bit of a break on the lifestyle change. Thank goddess. I just relocated. I can't tell you how much I've gone through to change my lifestyle. And it's been hard uphill because Leos are accustomed to living one way, and now they're living another way. So on the one side has been having to change the way you live in the moment. On the other side of this is Jupiter direct, which is building faith and growing with faith. Now, Jupiter went direct March 6th and will race through the house of higher self all the way till it hits Leo this summer. So what this means is that you will now, week after week, face emotional challenges where you must be stronger and stronger and stronger for yourself on the emotional inside until the summer, right? And this is really the secret lubricant to changing everything, because the other planets are retrograding and whatnot. Jupiter is heading forward. It's not stopping. And this is an area that already retrograded, already cleared out. So out of all those places, your lifestyle, your beliefs, your attitude, really it's your inner spiritual responses to yourself that will actually get you through any of the above, in my opinion. So give it a try, see what happens. So as we look into next week, just a couple days I want to point out. One is that it's a lot of interfaith building Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So you're going to have a lot of interfaith building. Maybe you're capitalizing on that faith. Maybe you're collecting $200. Maybe you're paying the piper. Depends on what spiritual work you've done so far. The moon moves into Leo for 2 days. You'll feel fabulous. But then it's really at the end of the week that emotions move to money and soul capital issues. And it's around money that you really have to change your belief structure, or really live by your belief structure and not resort to the old belief structure. So there looks to be a eureka moment on Saturday if you follow through with this. Now, the focus this week is to commit to that inner strength. That's what I say. Focus on committing to the inner strength, and you will break through it by following the feeling of strength. You won't know logically, you won't know any of these other places. Nothing will really, I think, turn out in those senses as far as physical, tangible evidence. Your emotions inside that faith, that place you've always been able to trust, is the place you have no choice but to. It will pay off later, I'm sure. Now, for those who have a 1VQ, which means these are people who love like a Leo or have Venus in Leo, things are changing this week. Venus is moving direct just fine, and she is moving into Pisces. This means it might turn into a little bow chicka bow wow. You might find that Leos who have Venus and Leo now turn to a little self-trust, a little intimacy, some sort of breakthrough, probably Thursday, Friday, when it comes to trusting yourself. But the 1VQs are on the path for intimacy. And we're going to get a wonderful Love Fest day in the House of Intimacy later this month. So you're kind of getting ready to get close, first to yourself, into me I see, and then elsewhere. That is your love report. Now, if you want to see how this whole darn thing turns out, you know what? I recorded a 30-minute video. These are fabulous. I've outdone myself. They have chapters, so you can skip around and skip to the weeks. And I go into detail every day. So this is a video now that you keep with you on your phone, and you can go into every day. I have something to say every day about, and I go into much more depth than I can with these scopes. So the lunar eclipse is covered, the solar eclipse is covered. There's a Uranus and Aries special to tell you how long you're going to be stubborn about this, and I have predictions, of course, for where this is all going. So come on down to soulmart.me, please, and get yourself a megascope. They're only $13.95. Now that's it. I'm going to be back next Friday. That's my new thing. I'm coming out on Fridays now because I love the Friday vibe, and I'm just going to follow my new philosophies, follow my heart. I hope yours is too, Your Royal Majesty, and your new belief is to listen to that heart moment to moment. I will see you in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.